guys, my mom said she's gonna take away my makeup if I keep wearing so much. So get ready with me while I try to do light makeup. She's gotten mad at me so many times for my makeup being too heavy, and yesterday she threatened to take it away. I'm gonna go in with the halo glow and these dewdrops. Today I'm seeing my boyfriend, so this makeup has to turn out good. The goal is natural and glowy. I feel like I don't even wear that much. I think a little just looks so much on me. Benetton, I think me and my boyfriend are gonna get Chipotle. Does anybody else's mother get mad at them for wearing so much makeup? Or is it just mine? My heart would be absolutely broken if she ever took away all my makeup because I pay for all of it. That's like $1,000. I'm going on a cruise in a couple days, so maybe it's good that I'm practicing this makeup. Now I'm just setting. Okay, but that's like low-key eating. Maybe she was onto something. Guys, I want to make TikToks with my boyfriend, but he's just so shy and awkward. Hopefully we can sneak a couple TikToks in today. Some highlighter. This is the lip liner I use. Oh my gosh. Then just some Summer Fridays. I think it's definitely a bit more lighter and more like dewy or glowy. And it looks more like my skin. Like usually it's just like matte. I forgot to do my eyebrows. Hopefully she likes it and let me know what y'all think. Bye y'all.
Get ready with me while I tell you how I was in a fight and lost. Pretty much me and this have been beefing for like, I want to say like a year now. For no absolute reason. She just hated me, just looked at me and just was like, I hate her. You don't know me, but you hate me? Crazy. She would always text me, pull up, like I'm ready to fight, like dragging your ass. And I'm like, that's crazy because I don't even know who you are. I don't talk to you, so why am I pulling up? So I want to say like a couple days have gone by and like she kept texting me like pull up and people were giving out my address. I was waiting for her to pull up at this point. I was not gonna waste my time pulling up to a house for no reason, so that's not all. So then I'm just like, okay, whatever, like I don't care if she hates me, cool, like she doesn't even know me, I don't know her. And then she would make rumors about, yeah, she's so big because she's pregnant, like all she does is eat cheeseburgers because of her pregnancy. And it was like a failed abortion. Who would ever say that in a million years? That is disgusting. But mind you, she wasn't telling me it. She was telling like her best friend and other people it, and she didn't know that I was best friends with them. So my best friend comes over to me and she's like, yo, this girl is just like saying so many rumors, and then what I just told you guys. Okay, I'm a big girl, but she's like bigger than me. Like, I'm not a body shamer. I don't body shame, but if you're gonna talk shit, spread rumors, okay. Like 300 pounds max, like there's just no way I could have won. And like, no guys, I'm not coming at you guys for being like, if you guys are like that, I'm not making fun of you guys. But her, yes. And at this point, I didn't even care if I was getting my whipped. I don't even know what was going through my mind. I think just a whole bunch of adrenaline. So I didn't really like think before I did anything. Not to mention, she did wish a death upon me and my so-called baby. So I just like, I can't tolerate that anymore. Like, that is just disgusting. So I ran up from behind and snatched her to the ground. But knowing she's like way bigger than me, I didn't even care at this point. I had so much adrenaline and I'm just like, I just want to like beat the out of her. Even if she beats me up, I don't care. But like, it just needed to be done. Like, she needs to learn her lesson. And then my friends are jumping in. Her friends are jumping in to get me off, and like they're like ripping my scalp, but where? Mind you, my hair stayed this curled the whole time. And clearly I'm perfectly fine, no scratches, blah blah blah, but I mean, I was under her most of the time because she was basically sitting on me, but I guess I call it me losing. Like, me personally, I don't like to fight things out. Like, that was my first fight ever. I don't like to fight things out because of anger. But like, I was angry, and all that matters, she needs to learn her lesson because she's still talking shit about me, so she'll learn one day, you know. Love you guys.
Get ready with me while I spill the hot piping tea. So if you guys are new here, my boyfriend and I basically called it quits about 3.5 weeks ago. But then a couple days after that happened, we agreed we would stay friends and still talk normally. Then a couple days later, he proposed this proposition saying we should cut contact for 6 months and just meet up 6 months from now just to see where we're at and hopefully move forward. And then the day after that proposition was made, we ended up going to the beach together. But also, I'm kind of glad that we did because we ended up getting a lot of talking done. We ended up realizing that we were on the same page about everything and that what we really needed was just a break. I ended up convincing him to meet me halfway with the break. Instead of 6 months, it would be 3 months. So then from there, we saw each other the next day as like a last hangout before we went on this break. Or so I thought. So that was about maybe 2 weeks ago. We knew where we stood with each other. We agreed that this break, we would not see each other in person, but we could still contact each other like texting and calling normally. Because I feel like with breaks, as long as you both set these boundaries that you can obey, and as long as each of you come to an agreement, then whatever you decide on is okay. This week, I saw him 2 days in a row, and honestly, it's just like a whirlwind of emotions right now. Because we both know that we love each other, we both know that we want things to work out, but we think that this break is gonna help us in the future. We both agreed that this break is gonna be super, super hard for both of us. Surprise! We are actually gonna start our break April 1st. And no, that isn't a joke, I swear. I guess at this point, we really never broke up. Him and I have actually been together a little over a year. The funny thing is, just last week, I told him that I tore everything up that he gave me. I ripped up every single letter that he made. I cut up a necklace that he gave me. Basically everything that he made for me. And you know, I'm just a girl. I had to cope somehow. That's basically all the tea I have for you. And I'll update you guys on how this is all gonna play out. Bye.
Get ready with me while I talk about my boyfriend and his girl best friend. More specifically, like what they do together. For some background information, my boyfriend and his girl best friend have been like best friends for like 2 years, I'd say. They're super close, and like I feel like I can't say anything about it because like why should I like stop their like friendship of like 2 years? I obviously trust my boyfriend, so whoever like he wants in his life he can have because I trust him. His parents like have met her, like he brings her over to his house like for dinners and things like that. He snaps her and texts her like every day, and she is one of his like highest streaks, and like so anytime I like bring it up, like I feel awkward about it because like he's like, oh, I don't want to lose the streak. She'll send him like fit pics though and like ask for his like opinion on like what she's wearing and like if she should like change or something like that. They also went to the same high school together, so they were like in school like 2 years together. He texts her and says he like misses her and like she does the same, and she like has to like hang out with him like constantly. She'll visit him at work and like bring him like food that like she makes or like buys for him. They hang out like pretty often. Like she's either at his house or he goes to her house, and like both of their parents like each other. Like what? When he goes on vacation, he'll buy her stuff too. Like he'll like bring her back like a t-shirt, like a keychain, like jewelry. Like she seems super sweet though and like super nice. So I'm not too sure what to think about this. Like there's this big fair that like people go to and it's only like a week long, and I asked him if he could go, like if we could go, and he was like, no, I'm busy, like I have work, and like I had work too. But he took his girl best friend like last night. They FaceTime so often, and he like plays Fortnite with her and things. And I don't know, like she'll like play with his friends too. Like they'll play like squads, trios, whatever, and they'll like FaceTime to go to sleep sometimes. Like I'll ask him to FaceTime and be like, I'm FaceTiming already. If she's hungry, he'll like offer to like DoorDash her food and like bring her food. Like I don't know if I should be supportive that he has like other friends, even if it's a girl, or if I should like look more into this. Like I just like don't want to seem like controlling or anything. They'll send each other like cute little TikToks, and like they'll send it like back and forth to each other. He's taking her to his like little niece's birthday party today. I have to go now though, or I'm gonna be late to my boyfriend's niece's birthday party because I'm going as his girl best friend. If my boyfriend had a girl best friend, I'd actually go feral. So thank God I'm his girl best friend.
Get ready with us to expose our school. Disclaimer, we did graduate high school, so this does not matter anymore. Okay, so we had this history teacher, right? And the history teacher was like such a creep. Like he was so creepy. He was like creepy looking, creepy acting. We're in his class, geography. And one day we like noticed he was like staring
at our legs. And mind you, this was the year we were allowed to wear skirts. Basically, we had to wear uniforms. And so we would sit at the back of the classroom facing him, and his desk would face us, and he would be staring at our legs.
Like, we're not even exaggerating. Like, multiple girls have, like, said, like, oh, yeah, he's such a creep. Like, he would look at my legs. Like, we're not lying.
He would watch the cheerleaders, like, after school hours. Like, nobody would be there except for, like, him and the coaches and
so weird. Okay, so I actually left his class because I had, like, a weird, like, encounter thing with him after school one day. And so, like, I left his class and, like, I reported him to the principal. And she basically told us, like, he's
just different.
Like, while this
normal.
grown man is looking at little girls' legs, like, you're telling me, oh, he's different. While he's watching cheerleaders, he's different?
Yeah.
That's not real. But anyways, yeah, nothing ever happened to him, so he's literally still at our school as we speak.
And also that same year when we were freshmen, we had 4 English teachers in 1 year because nobody wanted to keep their job.
We started off with this English teacher, she was mean.
Okay, so she left within like 2 weeks of the school starting. Then we had a second English teacher, and he literally was there for 2 days, and he only talked about his personal life. And then we had a third. Got fired because she stopped showing up. We had to sub for like 3 weeks, and she came back one day and she never came back again.
And then we had like the final teacher, which like we love her.
Yeah.
Now we're getting into like the rules that were a little bit too much.
Okay, so first of all, we weren't allowed to have dirty shoes. Like, you had to keep your shoes clean or like beat up. They had to be like clean.
And another rule we also had was our hair could never be dyed. So aside from brown, blonde, black, that kind of thing, could never be like red, pink, like. And like boys would have to keep their beards like maintained. They couldn't grow their hair past like. One of our friends actually like got told that he needed to cut his hair because it was too long. I feel like that's a little ridiculous. Like, I get looking clean, but it's like everybody's their own person. Like, I feel like you should never tell anyone what to do with their hair
style.
Yeah.
You couldn't have any piercings. Like, you could have ear piercings, but nothing else. Like, guys also couldn't have ear piercings. I think if they had it, it had to be only in one ear, which at that point, just let them have the other one. Girls, they couldn't have like the nose piercing or the septum or anything except for one.
Come back for part 2.
I pulled up on this girl in my neighborhood. Get ready with me to do that thing. I'm literally just gonna get ready because I haven't done a get ready with me, and I feel like getting ready. Okay, I've done nothing all day. I felt like just doing my makeup, you know? So that's what we're gonna do. Hot chocolate with marshmallows and cinnamon. You have to try it. Please try it and let me know. Okay, let's take a sip. That is busting. I tell you, it's busting today. We're starting off with the NYX Pore Filler because, baby, this is good. You see how oily like I am? My oil just vanished. Look at the difference. Y'all see it's like oily right here? Look. Let me not do that. Alexa! Y'all, I have some tea to tell y'all. I have tea! I pulled up on this girl in my neighborhood because she decided to flick me off and was just doing too much. I was like, who the f is this? I'm gonna put the video, so just wait. Okay, let me just tell y'all what happened. So I'm exiting my neighborhood and I have my doorman with me, Zebby. By the way, I don't think I've ever mentioned her name, but my black doorman, his name is Zebby. So this is me, right? I'm driving. Like, this is me, I'm driving like this, and then this is her car, and she tries to get in front of me and then swerves, and she's sticking her middle finger the whole, she's doing this out the window, going like this, driving crazy, and I'm like, what the f is going on? That day, I was not happy, I was in such a bad mood, and I'm not the type to do that. That was like, you know, that was me back in the day. I'm not gonna pull up on nobody unless, you know, you're sticking your whole hand out the window, flicking me off, about to crash into me. So I was like, oh, baby, fuck, no. Oh, anyway, so I'm like, we're gonna, I turned around and I pulled up on her and she was getting in her garage, right? She turns around and she's like she's definitely older than me. I think she was like in her 30s. So what I said, I was like, were you flicking me off? Because I'm trying to figure out, I'm like, were you flicking me off? Like, was there someone else? Like, I didn't see that you're flicking off. Like, baby, what? She's like, who are you? Da-da. Let me put the video.
Were you flicking me off? Yeah, you did.
I forgot to mention this, but she literally said, oh, well, I look around. What the f does that mean?
But you don't know you either. Oh. You don't.
Y'all, I was so mad, and I just left, and I was like, shut up. That happened, I don't even know how big, but it did. I ended up just leaving, because it's like, baby, me and my dog can get out real quick. We can get out real quick. You know how my dog ran with me? She's just looking like, what is going on, baby? I think I'm allergic to my nails, which really sucks, because I've been getting hives since I've got my nails done. For Halloween, I got my nails done, right? And I was getting hives all that day, the next day, the next day. And then
I took them off and then I wasn't getting hives. When I got these done, I got hives, and it's from 2 different people. It wasn't the previous, so I don't know how, but I just recently started getting hives. You look at this. Literally my whole back was covered in hives. Look at that. It was so red and like bumpy, and it's so itchy. I should see my butt. This part right here. Look how bad it looks. And so what I'm gonna do is take these off, give it a break, see how it does, and put nails on again just to see. Am I really allergic to it? Because I think I am. I'm gonna add some Coke to my face. I don't really like it just because I literally I'm not going anywhere. So long. Oh my god. Love you, you filthy animals.